Welcome to this guide on common Kotlin mistakes. Kotlin is a powerful and modern programming language, but like any language, it has patterns and features that beginners often misuse or overlook. In this video, we'll explore the most frequent pitfalls that new Kotlin developers encounter and learn how to avoid them. Understanding these mistakes will help you write safer, cleaner, and more idiomatic Kotlin code. Let's dive in and master these essential best practices. The first major mistake is ignoring Kotlin's null safety features. Kotlin was designed to eliminate null pointer exceptions, which are a common source of crashes in many applications. The double exclamation mark operator, known as the not-null assertion operator, forces the compiler to treat a nullable type as non-null. This is dangerous because if the value is actually null, your application will crash at runtime. Instead, you should use the safe call operator with the question mark, combined with the Elvis operator to provide a default value. This approach handles null values gracefully without risking a crash. Always embrace Kotlin's null safety features rather than bypassing them. Another common mistake is misusing the lateinit keyword. The lateinit modifier tells the compiler that a property will be initialized later, before it's used. However, lateinit has specific restrictions. You cannot use lateinit with nullable types because the whole point of lateinit is to avoid nullability. Similarly, you cannot use lateinit with primitive types like integer because primitives cannot hold a null value internally to indicate they're uninitialized. For primitive types, always initialize them with a default value immediately. Use lateinit only for non-null reference types that you're certain will be initialized before access. The third mistake is not using data classes when they're appropriate. In Kotlin, if you're creating a class primarily to hold data, you should use the data class keyword instead of a regular class. Data classes automatically generate essential methods like equals, hashcode, toString, and copy. These methods are critical for comparing objects, displaying them as strings, and creating modified copies. Without the data keyword, you'd need to write all these methods manually, which leads to boilerplate code and potential errors. Data classes make your code more concise, readable, and maintainable. Whenever you need a simple data container, always reach for data classes. Mistake number 4 is forgetting to use Kotlin's scope functions. Scope functions like let, apply, run, and also make your code more concise and expressive, especially when dealing with nullable types. Consider a situation where you retrieve a nullable user object and want to perform an operation only if it's not null. The traditional approach involves a verbose null check with an if statement. However, using the letScope function with the safe call operator provides a much cleaner solution. The code inside let only executes if the value is not null, eliminating the need for explicit null checks. Scope functions are one of Kotlin's most powerful features for writing clean, idiomatic code. The fifth mistake is overusing companion objects. Many developers coming from Java create classes with companion objects to hold static methods, treating them like Java's static keyword. However, if you're creating a class solely to hold utility functions without any instance-specific behavior, you should use an object declaration instead. Object declarations create a singleton that's more lightweight and direct than a class with a companion object. Companion objects should be reserved for cases where you need factory methods or constants that are closely tied to a specific class. For standalone utility functions, always prefer object declarations. Mistake number 6 involves misusing the when expression. The when expression in Kotlin is similar to switch statements in other languages, but more powerful. A critical mistake is omitting the else branch when not all cases are covered. Without an else clause, your code might not handle unexpected values, leading to silent failures or runtime errors. Always include an else branch to handle any cases you haven't explicitly specified. This ensures your code is robust and can handle unexpected input gracefully. The when expression should be exhaustive, covering all possible scenarios to prevent bugs. The seventh mistake is not using sealed classes for restricted type hierarchies. When you have a fixed set of subclasses that represent different states or types, sealed classes are the perfect solution. Unlike open classes, sealed classes restrict which classes can inherit from them, and the compiler knows all possible subclasses at compile time. This makes sealed classes ideal for representing states like success and error. Combined with when expressions, sealed classes enable exhaustive checking without needing an else branch. The compiler will warn you if you haven't handled all possible cases, making your code safer and more maintainable. The eighth mistake is ignoring extension functions. Extension functions allow you to add new functionality to existing classes without modifying their source code. Many beginners write utility functions that take an object as a parameter, when they could be written as extension functions instead. Extension functions make your code more readable and intuitive by allowing you to call methods directly on objects using dot notation. Instead of calling a function with an object as an argument, you can extend the class itself and call the method naturally. Extension functions are a cornerstone of idiomatic Kotlin code. Let's recap the key takeaways from this guide. First, always embrace Kotlin's null safety features using safe call operators and the Elvis operator instead of forcing non-null assertions. Second, use data classes for simple data containers to automatically generate essential methods. Third, leverage scope functions and extension functions to write cleaner, more expressive code. Fourth, choose sealed classes when you have a restricted type hierarchy to enable exhaustive checking. And finally, always handle all cases in when expressions to ensure your code is robust. By avoiding these common mistakes, you'll write safer, more maintainable Kotlin code. Keep practicing these patterns, and they'll become second nature. Happy coding!
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.